what do we believe in with the Cowboys? That offense did not look good for most of that game. Too little, too late. Come back later on to make it interesting against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
But then maybe some mismanagement again of the clock late in that game for Mike McCarthy, and Dallas Cowboys end up losing to Arizona in what was one of the intriguing matchups of the weekend. So what are we supposed to believe about the Dallas Cowboys?
I believe they tricked us last week against the Washington football team, because the Washington football team isn't that type of team to push the Cowboys to a certain, a certain level. And they went out there and they scored the ball at will. They did great in all three phases of the game. But when you look at the game they played yesterday against the Arizona Cardinals, the offense didn't look fluent like it did against the Washington football team. On third downs, the Dallas Cowboys were 3 for 11. You've seen the fumble by Dak. You still had some drop passes. Defensively, and this team has been riding the defense for so long, and this defense has been able to get them turnovers. But you see a game like yesterday where they got 0 turnovers. Kyler Murray and that offense took care of the football. The defense only got 1 sack, right? So you didn't get those home run plays. And then you see the drop interception by Jordan Lewis, things that we don't normally see from this Cowboys defense. So then you've seen that defense give up a 4th and goal to Kyler Murray, and I think that's when they scored their first touchdown. So just a lot of unorthodox things that you've seen. And then to throw salt into the wound, Michael Gallup on his touchdown catch, he tears his ACL. So a lot of things went against the Cowboys yesterday. But at the end of the day, I want to say this. We in the media, and I included, slandered the hell out of the Arizona Cardinals. They got tired of it and said, forget this nonsense. Let's go out here and make a statement, and let's make a statement against the Dallas Cowboys, who a lot of people love in this country. And that's what they did. And I want to give a shout out to Budda Baker, because his awareness, his instincts, and his intangibles, and the way he studies and prepares for football games, he was ready to play lights out football yesterday for the Arizona Cardinals, and he did that. Another guy who stepped up, Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons balled out. And Isaiah Simmons was a guy I was very critical of the last 2 or 3 weeks, because against the Detroit Lions, he had an interception he could have made. He also, I think, Amon-Ra St. Brown on his little rail route touchdown that he caught, Isaiah Simmons missed a sack on that. So he really stepped up yesterday and led this team in tackles. He forced a fumble on Dak Prescott. You see Dak, man, mishandle a few snaps yesterday. But this team was not hitting on all cylinders. And then to throw a little bit more salt into the wound that's already opened up, Mike McCarthy and his timeouts and not having one to be able to challenge the fumble at the end.
They won a lot of good road games.
Yeah.
They've been really good on the road.
Yep.
And as we know, of course, when we get into the postseason, all that stuff is going to matter. Now, Mike McCarthy, you mentioned it. Like he's been under fire all year. You know what? With certain teams that we consider good teams, contenders, there's always like that weak link. There's that piece of them where you say to yourself, like, this is what I don't trust about them when we get to the tournament, when it's, single elimination. And sometimes it's the quarterback. Do you trust the quarterback to get it done in a big spot? Sometimes it's the defense. Can the defense hold up in a big spot? Can it get you that stop you need? In the Cowboys situation, is it the head coach? Is it Mike McCarthy? That's what I think a lot of people are going to wonder. Is he the weak link of this team when it comes, of course, to his clock management, playoff positioning, seedings, everything else? And, the Cowboys play the Eagles next week on Sunday night, and well, Saturday night, and you've got an interesting scenario there just alone. The Eagles are right there. Both teams are in the playoffs, and yet trying to figure out what their seeds are going to be. That's one matchup. You got the Chiefs and the Broncos next week. Also, again, the doubleheader on Saturday. That's on ABC, ESPN, ESPN+. And the Chiefs can get the top seed with a win. And your Titans, if the Titans lose on Sunday. AFC, you've got 4 teams, I believe.
Hey, you see the colors. You see the colors. I'm representing my Titans colors today. I said, let me wear my blue and white shirt to give the Titans love. Why? Because a lot of people, when the Titans were on that win streak, didn't give them love. And then when they lost Derrick Henry, when they lost A.J. Brown, when they lost Julio Jones, they want to kick them down when they were down. But not me. I still believed in them 100%. Now they are the number 1 seed. They are AFC champions, AFC South champions for 2 years in a row. And you better be worried. I'm telling y'all better be worried.
And if they get that top seed, we're going to talk about this. Teams that if they get the top seed, if they get that bye, how dangerous will they be? I would say the Titans, because of the Derrick Henry scenario and getting him back, would probably be the most dangerous team if they do get the top seed. All right.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.